Hello, everyone. A good day to all of you who is joining us today from all over the world. I am Harshit Rathod, JCI APDC Development Officer from JCI India. I welcome you all to JCI APDC Connects, Together Future Forward. I'm grateful to have with us today the 2019-2020 JCI Audit Committee member, our guest today, Mr. Anthony Loom.
Hi, hi everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Anthony Loom, to have you today. So how is everything? How are you? How are you coping with the COVID?
Yeah, still very fine, but just miss you guys to have uh, face-to-face meetings. But this is very grateful, and thank you for inviting me to join these sections to share with you guys. Thank you.
Well, we miss you too, but it's very great to have you on a virtual meet today with our JCI fellows from all over the world. I would like to ask you, how did you join JCI?
Thank you for your questions. Actually, this is a very good question. Yeah, actually, I joined JCI since 2006. And actually, I have my very good friend is doing the project as a chairman, and he was inviting me to be the helper and to try to find out and explore how interesting of our business projects in my local chapters, JCI City, at that time. So when I joined that and try to experience and to feel like what is actually the JCI movement, I find myself is really love it and dedicate into it. So finally became the local chapter president in 2011, and then 2015 I was the national president of JCI Hong Kong, and then 2017 I was very glad to serve as the JCI vice president for Asia and the Pacific, and 2018 to serve as the JCI treasurer in 2018, and then these 2 years, I'm also very glad in other positions as audit committee members in the JCI to serve these organizations. So it's a very wonderful journey, and hope you guys also keep hard working with me together and to have a better JCI careers together. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this great introduction. I'm sure this has been a very great journey for you, and it was really very fascinating to know about this wonderful journey.
Thank you.
We would also like to know about your profession. What do you do in your business life?
It's quite familiar, related actually to about today's sharing topics. Actually, I was working in the information technologies for over 20 years, and so I quite glad and happy to witness the technology changes and impact from the very beginning with the internet. When the internet comes, the people try to learn about how to get the information from the internet, and then and other next generations is about the social networking messengers, right? And then now we have more better engagement on the internet with the e-commerce and very good technologies, not as in the internet, but also is all-round technologies features to help people nowadays. So actually, I love to be a IT guy. Actually, I'm the IT guy.
Oh, that's really interesting. Uh, we would like to give you an opportunity to let us know about your business in terms of, what exactly do you do?
Okay. So as I said, I'm the IT guy. So actually, I run my business about the payments. Maybe you know that recently in the internet or in e-commerce, everything's when you go for shopping and something like that, you have to use your wallet to pay or credit card for payment or any kind of payment. Even now, we have the cryptocurrency payment. So actually, my main business is running the enterprise with different office in China, in Hong Kong, as well as other Asia Pacific regions. It's about the payment system. So it's quite technical, but it's very interesting, and maybe our service always behind the scene, and then try to serve you guys to have a better experience. For example, we help iTunes to get a payment service in China. So exactly well what we do is the payments business.
That's interesting. Thank you so much. I would request
Welcome.
you to please start with your presentation and let us know about the interesting things regarding technological impact for social engagement to create a better value. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, thank you. So once again, thank you very much to inviting me to have this opportunity to share with you guys about my some kind of ideas and experience. It's quite related topics nowadays, especially in this moment. We all almost everyone in the world is affecting by the COVID-19 pandemic, and then so that's why we change a lot about our behavior or something like that. So today I would like to share about some kind of the ideas is about the technology impact for our social engagement to create a better value, especially in our JCI and also in the ABDC. So um, as I said, how are you guys doing during the lockdown? I think now it's getting better and better. I hope and wish we can meet together very soon. But in the past few months, I think all of us from different countries, it's not, of course, is so sad to suffering about the COVID-19, and but also we have to keep the social distancing, right? So actually lockdown is quite a new, not actually a new words, but I think it's absolutely for you guys is a new experience. It's new experience is about uh, this I can say that even we share with others senior members. They experienced the SARS. Maybe you guys heard about the SARS in the 2013, but this time the senior members also share they never happened this kind of the social distancing or the lockdown. So I hope you guys are doing well during the lockdowns. And because of this, so I think some of the technologies and also what our members or even our chapters or even our board of directors is thinking about what actually we can do during the lockdowns. So think about it. Actually, not just yourself, but around you guys, your members, your families, how to take care of them in the lockdowns. Okay, so as I said that what is social distancing? So actually it's very simple. Now we have a Zoom meeting and seminar together, right? But now we cannot touch each other physically. So this is actually we are meeting together at this Zoom conference, but actually we are physically distancing. So I think this is quite a new experience, I think, for all the members. especially I know that our APDC friends, right? I know you guys are very, very enjoying travelings, right? Meetings and even many social life. But now we have to stop it. We have to keep the social distancing. So I think this is a very, very special experience for all of us. So actually, during this period, I think from the JCI levels, from the national levels, as well as the Asia Pacific APDC or other development councils, or even the local chapters, I think there are so many affections to happen during this COVID-19. Um, I think take this moment. I think you guys can think about it as what actually or how many affections actually or changes or the negative impacts that actually happened around you guys. So maybe now I can, for example, I can ask Dio. Uh, Actually, how's it in India? So any affections or any difficulties during these moments, especially you try to motivate your JCI activities?
These have been unique times in India, of course, like the other parts of the world. But technology has played quite an important role to get all of us together in a unique way and share our experiences. So I guess, yes, it has been a different experience, but it has also helped us to have a great bond.
Thank you, Harris, for your sharings. So actually, I think different members have different experience. Some kind of the we can call the adverse effects or for the movements. Because why? Because we are not trying to do in any traditional ways, right? For example, we always enjoy the training is in our on-site trainings. We can see together. For example, this time we try to have this online training, but I'm unlucky that I just can see your handsome face now. But about your other DOs or other counselors, other team members, actually we cannot see at this moments together. But of course, hopefully in our coming up the Zoom meetings, we can enjoy a lot. But many traditional presentations, especially the face-to-face one, we actually have to change. And also we find that because the COVID-19 pandemic, and so that's why many projects, especially planned by the local chapters or even the national chapter organizations, they cannot confirm the schedules. Why? Because the government may have the lockdown policies, right, for the social distancing, and also the members maybe feel a little bit scared to go for some events and maybe too many people together. So the projects actually, I think, especially in our JCI, there are so many scheduled and planning project. Almost is the first 6 months in every year, right? Including our conferences, right? So now we find that some kind of the projects or even the conferences, we try to delay, or even very sadly we have to cancel it, or we have to postpone to the next years. And of course, we cannot travel to meet friends, or we can have a more better we call the experience together, right? And finally, this is, I think, is very important, is know the physical experience. Uh, we can hug together, shake hand together, right? We can care together. I think this is one of our JCI cultures, right? together. No matter we are from Asia, even from Europe, from Americas, we have to shake hands or even give your welcome kiss or something like that. So now, because of this, we have to change the traditional way. And last but not least, we cannot drink together. Some friends from JCI do have like a Zoom hosting, right? But I think this is not the real one. Okay. Actually, any more effects in the APDCs? Actually, we know that in our APDCs, one of very important is your mission. I think especially we have from like January, February, we find that this COVID-19 is affecting very seriously, and then stop many travelings and many countries to have the travel ban policies, right? So how many missions supposed to plan in the previous months, Harrison?
We had almost around 4 missions which were planned to New Zealand and Thailand, but
Oh,
and we had a training to a Senate Golf and ASPAC to attend, so which was scheduled in Vietnam and Cambodia respectively.
this is I think in the ABTC especially, I think the mission is not just the process that you guys to get the good training for your assigned countries, but also for yourself. So yourself and your teammates is also a fantastic experience together. So unluckily, because of this, so I think many missions canceled, and also you can find that is even, for example, New Zealand, right? You may heard that recently their governments try to re, release, right, the social distancing and some kind of the restriction policies, but in their city or in their countries, somehow they're still not ready for the foreigner fly to New Zealand, right? So as an officer or counselor or as a part of the ABDC, I think this is a little bit regret. But I think this is also experience. I think you guys may find a lot of the good solutions, especially on the technology side, try to break through this one. So did you have any online conferences or meetings through the technologies to fulfill your virtual mission?
Well, yes, we had a couple of meetings and training sessions which we organized for our mission countries, and uh, it was a surprise that we could actually make an impact and inspire our fellow members
Mhm.
in the mission countries.
Oh, okay. But hopefully this COVID-19 is going away as soon as possible. And then finally, I hope and encourage them if our World Congress with the God blessings as well. And then hopefully we can face-to-face experience in our World Congress. In our JCI, we always emphasize one thing is we always face many challenges, right? Maybe those challenges actually can let all of us, including our ABDC members, to think about maybe this is kind of the opportunities. Maybe we can try to change this challenge into the better opportunities. So this is a very important mindset, especially being a JSI members, right? So as a JSI members, we never worry about the challenges, okay? Because we are all the talented leaders. I think you guys think a lot of the different solutions and also think about maybe this is another kind of the insights to have a better opportunities. So why we can say that is, for example, in our technologies, actually we have many different things. I think not just our JSI members doing this. For example, home office. For me, for example, I'm doing the IT, right? Even we are the IT company, but it doesn't mean that in the past we all the staff and all the meetings doing at home, correct, right? But now we put all the things back to the home, and then everyone just good morning is good morning is you can see our team and staff with a different nice home backgrounds and then share the coffees and nice food together as a breakfast meetings, but actually we're doing the home office together. So I think home office is one of the very new experience, not just the young people. I think even there's so many senior people and they trying to familiar with the technologies, how to do the home office. Of course, now we are doing this, the Zoom meetings. I think Zoom before this pandemic, actually not many people know about this applications called Zoom, right? But now, wow, including this seminar, very wonderful APDC trainings, we're using the Zoom meetings together. And also the Zoom, not just for the meetings, many families cannot meet together. Many family members also enjoying using the Zoom or other online conferencing to meet their friends and also the families. Online shopping, because the government policy, I heard that some of my friends from Malaysia, right, they cannot drive out because in maybe the police at the roadblock will say, hey, hello, you have to stay at home. How about India? Do you also have this kind of very strict lockdown?
Well, in India, we did have that kind of a strict implementation, but now the economy is trying to reopen, so we are trying to unlock.
I see, I see. So I love this. I love this. Hong Kong is okay. We can go out, but most of the people willing to stay at home and then do the online shopping, and find that online shopping is quite easy. This is a very good because of the technologies, and we call the touchless or cashless payments because in the traditional way we like cash, right? But now we find that, or some governments also remind the citizens is, okay, some kind of the cash maybe is the media to spread the virus. Oh, so that's why in Hong Kong, they promote, okay, you can use the cashless payments and don't need to have the physical touch with the cash. So this is also kind of the technologies to have changing some kind of the behavior. And last but not least, I think this is really important and really wonderful is enhancing the door-to-door logistics. The logistics, maybe you guys will think about is very traditional. Yes, of course, the logistics is a very traditional way to send the stuff to your home. But because of technologies, I'm not sure in India, you can share me as well, but like in Hong Kong, in China, or maybe in other places, you get the e-commerce order finally to a door. It's not a handsome guy or a handsome lady. It's a robot. Actually, is that they call the last mile delivery. The last mile delivery using the robot and to avoid the the touch experience together. So this kind of the robotics or robots is also very interesting. It's because of the technologies. And I heard that in Europe as well. Nowadays, some restaurants they have the it's not a beautiful waitress or waiter, it's a robot to serve the food. So I think during this COVID-19, some challenges, but also give us some opportunity to have the new experience. And most of this experience is talking about because of technologies, because the technology helps to let us have a better experience together. So the next thing I think share about, because today we want to talk about technologies and also about the social engagement. So now about the social part, the social impact during the COVID-19. Maybe also some challenges maybe turns to some opportunities. For example, maybe I have much more time with my family. Maybe the business or even the JC, right? The JC projects or many activities. We actually don't have much time to stay at home and with our families. So somehow this is a very good moment, especially is a better family moment. Secondly, like we would like to care about more each others, right? Because at this moment, we're not just talking about projects. We just not just talking about the business, especially even in our APDC missions. Maybe we are not just talking about kind of the targets or some results. Maybe at this moment, our our officers, our counselors, maybe make a phone call or message to your assigned organizations to take care or to ask for, hey, how are you? Do you need masks? We maybe get some channel to have some masks and then try to send you guys. Do you need some medical supplies or any help? So I think this is also a good opportunities to not just talk about the projects or very specific matters, but we can try to care about more people. I think this is really important, especially as a JCI members. We somehow or sometimes we emphasize too much in the projects or in the very tangible things, but something is very variables is about our love, especially this part where we always believe in our JCI creed and values, right? So we always believe that our members together is beginning with what? With our love. So I think it's more caring to others. And of course, more time to learn, more time to prepare at this moment because no matter home office or stay at home, we actually have much more time to prepare and also to learn together. Uh, Obviously, in the past years, we are very energetic. Actually, I can say energetic is wow. Especially our ABDC members, we always non-stop go around this country and then next country and then many other missions. But at this moment, we have better to have more time to think about what kind of things we can prepare better, what kind of knowledge or what kind of the not just the JC knowledge, but also many different things we can learn together or to learn by online. And also, it's more interesting. I'm very happy to see that we find that there are so many senior members using the internet. They love it and they try to familiar with how to get connect with other people, even seniors to seniors. They are very happy or get familiar with using the internet. I think this is also a very good point and also very good opportunities when later on we find that our projects work with our assigned countries or in different local chapters, try to not just engage the young people, but also try to engage the senior people or the senators as well. Last but not least is I think there are so many breakthroughs on the traditionals. This is kind of the social impact or changing kind of the social life or social behavior during this COVID-19. As a JCI members, I can tell you one thing is social engagement is one of the very important parts, not about this moment. It's about 100 years. So, Paris, I can I ask you that? Do you know how many years of our JCI history?
Well, it's been a long time. It's been 105 long years.
Wow, wonderful,
So,
wonderful. You know this, you know this. Exactly. Thank you. It's 105 years. But you can find that in our JCI history. I think this is very important is our founders. This very beginning of what? It's about the social life, the social activities, right? Even they have some kind of the dancing activities together. So it's starting from the ideas of what the JCI begins. So social engagement, this is the very, very core in our JCI. So I think all of our JCI members in blood is have the very good genes uh, to have a very good social engagement. So at this moment, we cannot have that kind of the social engagement physically. So that's why we have to think about how to make the technologies and kind of different technologies tools to make have a better engagement. Because the traditional way, just like I'm kidding, but it is a very serious set that is drinking. We cannot replace it online, right? We have to make it exactly face to face. Sorry about this. But some kind of the other social engagement, we can try to move from offline to the online because of the smartphones, the mobile phones, right? Nowadays, I think maybe many people not to carrying their own laptops or notebooks, but they must have their mobile phones, even 24/7. 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. It means that all the time you have your mobile phones and also the social media, right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitters, or maybe Asia Pacific, we have a different kind of the local social media as well. So this kind of the social medias is really, really important and play a very, very significant role to how to connect our members, to connect our social life, to have a better engagement. So at this period, can I ask the questions is, for example, in your team or in the ABDC, have you ever to try more and more social media or different social tools to get a better connect with your assigned chapters or countries and also your teammates?
Yes, in almost every chapter across the world, we have Facebook pages, we have Instagram pages, we have Twitter accounts,
Mm,
and a lot many more, websites which help us to get in contact with almost each and every member across the world, no
mm,
matter what kind of a country they are from, what kind of region they are from, and things
mm.
like that. So it's been, it plays a very important role indeed.
Yes, very good sharing. Thank you. One thing you bring out very good point is maybe in the past years, even in technologies, we have websites, right? But we find that website is just a single way to tell people about the informations. But this is not about any interactions. Nowadays, no matter our young people or our members, we not just talk about the informations, correct, right? We also talk about interactions. If, for example, APDC, of course, we have our Facebook fan page or even the website, but it is kind of boring because the people just can look at the information, can check out the information, but we cannot have the better interactions. But nowadays, thanks for the better technologies, so even in the fan page, the people or the members or your offices can have your different interactions or and also the rich media, not just photos, but also we have videos, right? We have musics, we have different kinds of medias to enrich, to empower our members to have a better experience. So this is a very good user experience that especially in this moment, using the better technologies, we can have a better social engagement. So believe on it and try to fully utilize on this part. And not just about the very traditional technologies, somehow like the websites. I'm not talking about website is not is also good, but it is just like a very static, very traditional way. And especially our young people nowadays would like to share, right? Not just to receive the information, but also they want to share about their ideas, share about their feelings, share about their happiness or other different feelings. So this kind of the social media platforms is really, really important, especially for the communication and engagement. Of course, in traditional ways, especially in the it's kind of the kind of other NGOs or different maybe the government departments, they may use the town halls or traditionals. Yes, maybe, but they all put all of them into the online and put into on the social media. So this is a mix and match, and put and let we call the previous the elder generations. They can also familiar with this kind of engagement together. So as I said, that the challenge may be turned to the better opportunities. So we just believe that using more interactions, using more communications, and to have a better social engagement. I can quote you examples. For examples, this is one of the you can say that like NGOs in US is Code for Americas. It's actually is a network of different tech technologies professionals done together. But this is actually helping the local governments to have a better communities. It's a really a little bit kind like our JCI, but they are more focused in what in the technology professional or something like that. And also the change.org is also online platforms have over 100 million people, over just like our JCI is over almost 200 countries, and it's about and other things is about the legislative process. You can see that um, this kind of the new organizations or the new entities, especially we talking about to connect our stakeholders, connect with our communities and connect our members. They're all using, you can see that is the mobile app, right? But not just a mobile app, but they also have many messagings, instantly response, interactions, or even they can have many different projects or advocacies organized in their social medias or in their social platforms. Especially in this moment, because of this kind of the technologies, they don't think this is much any boundaries because technologies and because of they already have this kind of platforms. So I think hopefully one day in our JCI we would have this kind of platform together since all the members can have our app together and we can link up very easily and share very easily and not just in our Facebook or Instagram but also in our JCI communities. We can also talk our own language together in this. So this is one of the examples that you guys is not just about the JCI, but also other NGOs all also think about how to using the technologies how to have a better social engagement. And of course, as I said, that this kind of the NGOs also think about different roadmaps and how to change and also have like our JCI said that we are the active citizens, right? Also how to make the a better engagement or positive changes to help the local governments. And other thing is just kind of the ideas and the concept is social media isn't the only online resources that increased civic engagement. I think this is very important. And also nowadays, we find that social medias or this kind of the social engagement platforms actually is, is like a virtual organization. Today, we have office. And now many office operation, we move online. We make it like the online office or the virtual office. So as a APDC members, I hope to inspire you guys is JCI, maybe one day we also have our online virtual JCI in the social platform at the platform. I'm, I'm, I'm talking about it's not in the Facebook page or even in Instagram. Is we have our own platform, and this platform can engage all our stakeholders, right? Our members, our partners, and also different projects, stakeholders, or even our awardees, different kind of people can join together in these platforms to create our JCI ecosystem. So these kind of things, it can inspire you guys. Maybe one day ABDC is not just a physically ABDC. Maybe it's more like we can have also a virtual ABDC. And the missions, not just, of course, I hope that you guys can travel as soon as possible. But at the same time, besides the traveling, maybe virtual tour, the virtual experiencing, it can be another kind of experience. And to have a better social engagement in order to have what? To have the same results. Your assigned countries can also use of this kind of experience to recruit more members or to let more young people especially or as well as our senior members or other age group to join together. So I think this is a really different mindset or try to think about it in the ABDC when you try to uh, talk with your assigned countries. Okay, so also another example I would like to share with you guys is another platforms like iCitizens. iCitizens is more like a political entity, but of course we are not talking about the political policies. But I just want to try to share with you is, for example, this is a virtual organizations, it's an online organizations, and everything doing is by the online tools. You can see that they also have donations, of course, and kind of the sharing different polls or something like that. But and also they can have a survey, voting, or something like that. So it actually all the operations is doing on the online platform. And all the stakeholders and communities that actually iCitizens, they create a lot of different communities and with different topics to engage different stakeholders together. So I think one day, I think JCI levels or ABDC levels, maybe we can have this kind of the platforms that actually can help how to make a better social engagement together. So now we are the next part. We try to talk about how to make a more concrete ideas. Is using the technologies to do this. So my ideas is what to share with you is before we using kind of the technologies or how to make a better social engagement. What actually, who are your ABDC stakeholders? Can you give some ideas?
Well, APDC stakeholders consist of development officers from various countries around the Asia and the Pacific. the councillors, the chairperson, the past chairperson, the members in the mission countries, the national organization in the mission countries,
Mm.
and a lot more ideas. How do we implement our missions? So,
Mm.
yes.
Yeah, thank you. Very good, very good. So actually, you have to think about is in our ABDC, not just your assigned country and the members. Why? Because we have a lot of stakeholders together. Of course, we have a lot of our potentials, right? Potential members, potential norm, local chapters or national. Of course, yes, this is what the ABDC is doing, and try to develop and try to engage, right? But also during your projects or during your working solutions, trainings, you also have many different potential partners here, right? You maybe have your sponsors, online communities, or even now we add one more things, the technology company, right? Maybe technology company one day is your potential partners and stakeholders to help you to engage a better ABDC movement. So also this is your stakeholders. Of course, you guys are the leaders and you are from your local chapters and from your national chapters. Try to think about is during this kind of the things previously, because without this kind of the pandemic experience, right? We never we a little bit break down ABDC. It seems like ABDC and the national organizations, because they have also have their MP meetings, right? They are also there are things. But nowadays you will find that why not? Why not just think big, right? Why not we using ABDC's platform, especially you guys all from your national chapters or national organizations. What kind of resources, what kind of things you guys can put it in together and then develop together, right? And also, as you said, the whole ABDC teammates, your chairperson and also your past chairpersons and also the councillor offices, you guys are big families, of course, right? But every people is very essential. I remember last time I physically have the training with you guys, and I said that is when I was the JSI Vice President, and I really glad to work with ABDC together to work together about the New Zealand, because I was assigned with in the New Zealand as well. And at that time, I remember Owen Lee from Taiwan. He was the ABDC counselor, and we worked together to think about is, hey, how to make a better arrangement, and more importantly is the better results. And when we go for the missions, go for the trainings, how to make have a better expectations for our stakeholders, right? So board members. But last but not least is our headquarters staff, right? Because somehow we also need to work with our Secretary General, right? We have to somehow to work with our area managers, area directors, right? So they also can give us more, uh, not just about the support, but also they have more existing resources and also the different ideas to give you a whole pictures for this kind of the stakeholders roadmap. So I just want to let you guys know this. When you try to understand, wow, in our ABDC, we have not just your teammates, not just have your potential, but also we have different other stakeholders. So when we using technologies, how to make a better engagement, better planning, and a better arrangement together in order to achieve your results. I want to share about because we already know about our stakeholders. So how to create a better values, right? So I give you just humbly give you the 8 points, but maybe you guys after this maybe you have 10 points. This is not a problem. Just inspire you guys as our leaders is our very good ABDC teammates. So the first thing I think is about the connection, community, and experience. I think in the past experience for our ABDC teammates, you guys already did very well. But nowadays, try to use technologies. How to use the technologies to make sure the connections is keep in touch. The communities, we always work together, not a separate one by one. We are all together. And very importantly is our experience. Because your experience to inspire your potential, and because of technologies, we can keep this record just like today. We record this training. Actually, we can repeat and repeat to share with more and more people in different occasions. So experience in the past, maybe just one-off. There's no other tools, recording or something like that. But this kind of experience, try to keep your good experience in the I mean the technology ways in order to keep more people inspired. Secondly, is about the use the social media as a discovery engine. Nowadays, as I said, that is website is very one way. It's not interactive. But now we find that even in the past we used the search engine to search the things. But we find that nowadays, no, maybe our young people is using our social medias as their discovery or search engine, because they find that this is a very good tools, and to let them have a more better resources and materials and more interesting things, more interactive things, right? And the third is, of course, we are talking about every people is a real true leaders. So you guys, hopefully you guys, all the ABDC officers can be our JCI KOLs, right? For example, wow, our handsome Hazard from India, right? You are also a KOL. So I encourage you guys can be also like a KOL. You know, the KOL is key opinion leaders. Actually, it is very good to influence many members and potential members how to get engaged in our JCI movement. I think this is really important. And the next one is re-image the social analytics. So because of technologies, previously we may be well organized many events, trainings, right? But we never have a very good analytic data. Maybe we cannot or we forget. But now, because of the technologies, because of, for example, just like Instagram or Facebook, we can count some likes, right? Or some kind of very tangible counts. And this is just a small part, but more importantly is how to know about our stakeholders' interests, stakeholders' response. This is all about the analytic data. So I think this is very important as well. And the next one, I think, is also very encouraging, and the new trend, I believe, is to leverage is UGC. Do you know what is UGC? User-generated content. Okay, so user-generated content is what is talked about is we want our stakeholders to give out their ideas. So everything is not just one way, not just teaching. It's about sharing. It's about interactions. Okay, so the next one is get creative. stop being boring, right? So in our social world, everything is very positive. Everything should be very interesting, very creative. We can make a very good and smile under the mask, right? And then many things we can make a better engagement. And the next one is we call the story 2.0. JCI is sharing our history, our story, right? How to make the traditional story to have the online and the technology ones, and to let the young members together. Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is a good way and good chance. For example, ABDC, we can 2.0 as well, right? Okay, because of time, I try to make it brief introductions. And last but not least, as I share you in the previous one, is build our own JCI online ecosystem. Okay, so I believe that one day our ABDC, of course, is a wonderful committee, council, but one day we have our virtual council and see everyone in our network as well. Okay, so because of time, I won't give too much detailed explanation, but I think you guys already get the point. And for example, this kind of things is like O2O, online to offline motivations, how to make sure from the personal to communities and communities back to the individuals. And wow, our chairpersons, right?
Indeed.
Wow, it's a KOL, right? It's a true leaders. It's a true KOLs. Well, no matter it's her personal ideas or something related with JCI or her personal development, this is a very good way to influence our members what actually our JCI leaders is doing. Okay, user-generated content is very important, and I think nowadays so nowadays I think our world presidents even more to know what each individual members is thinking about. So the user-generated content is very good way to communicate and to develop a better projects in the future. Okay, more creative. For example, Save the Children is one of the very big charity in the world, and they're talking about virtual gifts, right? It's not it's not a gift; it's a virtual gift. It's talk about it's a virtual money. Is to helping our childrens, right? The number 6 is about the creative, right? So I think you can see the pictures is, wow, there are so many senior peoples, right? And we find that the technologies is not just for the young people, but also for the senior peoples, or all the community members can join together. So try to think about more creative and then try to engage it, right? Just to give you an example is, what is the story? Traditionally, we talk about a story. Of course, every people know this, but the story actually we talk about branding. We always talk about JCI branding. We always talk about what the JCI movement can inspire the people in the communities. So because of technologies nowadays, many successful stories, our brandings, our projects actually put all the way in online, right? So I think we can think about how to make, for example, even ABDC, we can share our successful stories, right? How we create JCI Mongolia, how we very successfully to nurture our JCI Vietnam or other different our babies from ABDC's very successful JCI organization, national organizations. So I think this kind of creative, you guys can think about it. Last but not least is about the building our own JCI online ecosystem. And yes, very happy that this year, thanks for the chairpersons and also thanks for all you guys, very good effort and very special experience, uh, put all the things online and technologies. I think in the future, it is not just the individual part. I think we can make it as a whole or as a planned projects or a planned system, and then to let your APDC, all the stakeholders can know about